Hi everyone, welcome back to Discover and Learn. One mistake which we usually make while speaking in English is we overdo things. What I mean by this is when we start speaking to somebody, we just keep on saying something or the other, which even doesn't make sense at times, right? Which is also called rambling. Okay, beating around the bush or just talking senseless, like we are nervous and we want to make sure that the other person understands our point. But just to make a simple point understand, we do a big blunder. We just keep on saying something or the other and the person also gets confused. It happens to all of us, right? When we are nervous, we keep on speaking something or the other. We don't know in which direction we are going, what we are talking about at times, right? We start giving some examples which is very useless. We start saying something which is very irrelevant to the topic as well. Okay, now how to avoid this? What we can do to stop rambling? I'm going to tell you in this session. So if you want to know how to speak to the point and make the other person understand your ideas or thoughts, do watch this session. So guys, on that note, welcome back to my channel. I am your communications coach and a soft skill trainer by profession, and I'm here to help you out with all your communications problems and to help you speak English fluently and confidently. But if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, quickly subscribe my channel, like and share my videos, do write your comments in the comment section, and do not forget to press the notification icon so that you get all my videos on time, free of cost, and access to all the amazing content on this channel. What you have to do is stay tuned, stay connected, and watch my entire video to master this skill. Now let's begin. I'll give you an example which will help you to understand what I'm talking about today. Okay, so yesterday I went to a store and I asked for a TikTok clip for my kid. So I wanted to have that black one for school. So I went and asked the shopkeeper whether he has that TikTok clips or not. It was a very simple question. I just asked to have TikTok clips in black color for kids. And the shopkeeper started telling me the whole story. Okay, he started with, yes ma'am, that TikTok clip you're talking about, yes, we have it. And then he started searching and then he came back to tell me that, we used to have it. Right now we have something else. So I'm going to show that. So I said, okay, fine. Show me that, whatever you have. But it has to be in black color. And he said, yes, it is in black color. And then he again started searching and all. And then he came back to me with a bunch of other types of clips and started selling me that. This is so beautiful. This is in demand. This is in fashion. And I told him, Bhaiya, if you don't have, just say no. I am not looking for anything else. This is for school. I'm looking for a specific TikTok clip which is in black color for kids. And then he finally said, no ma'am, I don't have that. So this is what is called rambling. Whatever you want to say it directly. Right? In few sentences. Don't build a story around it. Don't go haywire in the wrong direction. Right? You can start showing me something else. Start talking about some other product. Don't do that, right? So this was a small example which every shopkeeper does, because they have to sell their product. But in real life also, when we get nervous, we start doing this. We feel that if the other person is not able to understand what we are saying, we just try to beat around the bush and say something or the other. Or cite examples or any incident which has no link connection with that, right? So that is what I'm talking about. So how do we overcome this situation? How do we overcome a situation in which we are not getting any clue what to say or how to redirect the conversation? What to do in that situation? For this, the first thing I always tell you is we have to be an active listener. We should understand what is being spoken about or what the other person is asking. What is the question? And I gave the example of the shopkeeper. He was not listening to me actually. He didn't listen to me completely. When I said TikTok clips in black color, he heard half the thing. right? So he was busy with something else. He was busy in billing, and still he said, yes ma'am, wait, I'll show you. And that is why what happened is he didn't listen to the whole conversation, the whole thing which I said, and he made it a mess. So in this way, when we don't pay attention to something, we don't pay attention to what is spoken about or what has been asked to us, we make a blunder. We do mess up things. So that is why the first thing we have to do is we have to be very attentive and we have to focus on what has been asked. We have to be an active listener. And if you have not understood the question, if you have not understood the topic, wait. Ask questions. Get clarifications. Clarify that. Ask again. And then answer the question. Don't be in a hurry to answer that question. When we are nervous, when we are a beginner in speaking in English, we just rush to answer the question. Don't do that. Take your own good time to understand and then answer. So this is the first mistake we make and we mess it up. Okay, so take your own time, understand and then speak. Second thing which we have to understand is what we have to speak on that. What should we say? Right? If something which has been asked is not very, you're not very comfortable speaking about it, or you don't know what to say much about it, be short and sweet. What does that mean? Answer it in 1 or 2 sentences. Whatever you know, just put it across and say, sorry, I don't know much about it. Okay, or this is all I know about it. So keep it simple and sweet, short and sweet. That is the best way to get out of any such situation, or you will not get into such situation where you will make a mess or a blunder. Okay, for example, somebody asked me about some schools that, how the school is. So I didn't have any idea about that school. I just researched it some times back and I just got to know that it's not that great. So I had that feedback. So I'll directly say that, well, I don't have much knowledge about it, but last year when I was researching about schools, so I got to know a feedback that it's not that great. And after that, I didn't inquire about it. Short and sweet. Now, for example, if I want to just engage in a conversation, I want to talk more about it, I just keep on talking about that. Yeah, there are a lot of other schools also and this and that. Doesn't make sense. That person doesn't want to know about any other school. He or she is simply asking me about a particular school, whether this is good or bad. If I keep on telling him or her that, I don't know about this, but that school was good, or I just got to know the feedback about this other school which is also very nice. If I keep on talking, it will not make sense to the other person. So that is why we have to be short and sweet. We have to be to the point. It's very important, guys. That's when people will be interested in having a conversation with you. If every time you start cooking up stories, coming up with long sentences and keep speaking on it, doesn't make sense, right? And it disinterests people. And people will not be interested in listening to you. So next time when they have any query, they'll not come to you to ask about it, because they know that if you don't know also, you'll just come up and say something or the other about something else, which is not important for them. Okay, so that is why avoid this. And the last one is organize your answer. Come up with a framework, come up with a structure, how you're going to answer that, right? Or what points you're going to speak about it before speaking. So don't be in a hurry to answer the question. That will help you to stop rambling. If you're in a hurry to answer some question, you will definitely make a mess out of it. You will definitely make a blunder. You will not get any direction. You will not get any clue while speaking. Okay, so before that, you have to come up with a structured answer or some points at least, right? What you have to speak about it. If somebody has asked me a question, as I told you, about some school, that how is it? Do you know about it? The first thing in my mind was, recently I have no idea how the school is, but I knew in my mind that I had inquired about the school a year back and I had some feedback about it. So I knew what to say, right? So these were 3 points which came to my mind. First was, right now I have no clue what the school is, how the school is doing, or how the school is. But a year back, I inquired about it and I got a feedback from some parents or somewhere. It's not that great. Okay, and this was all the information I had, nothing more than this. So I knew I have to just say this. I don't have to talk about any other school. I don't have to, promote something else, or I don't have to convince him about something, right? I structured my thoughts. I knew what I have to speak. So I structured my thoughts. I knew my points. I knew my ideas, and I spoke about it, right? Without thinking much, without saying much. Okay, if 3 sentences can answer somebody's question and make it clear for the other person to understand, why should we use 10 sentences to confuse the other person also? Right? So that is the idea, to better our communication, to better our English speaking skills, right? So I'll always advise everyone to come up with simple sentences. Whenever somebody has asked a question, somebody wants to know anything, or if you want to talk about something, be very clear about what you want to talk about. Structure everything in your mind. Come up with ideas. Maybe prepare a sentence and then speak. Don't be in a hurry to jump into the conversation. That is not gonna help you guys. It will make things worse. Okay, and when you'll see that you're not getting in a direction, people are not engaging with you in the conversation, they're not understanding you, you will get more and more nervous, right? And you'll not be able to manage the conversation. So stop doing this, and especially during interviews. During interviews, we are nervous. We want to impress the interviewer a lot. So we tend to speak maximum things which we can during the interview. But my suggestion always is, when you are in an interview also, just say what is required. I have been into HR for 10 years. I know how HR interviews or technical interviews are. If you start telling about the entire project, if somebody has asked a single information, if somebody has asked about the coding part and you just come up with every detail of the project, that doesn't make sense. Person only wants to know whether you have done this coding or not. However big the project is, whatever the project was about, whatever technologies were used in that project, doesn't matter. That's what. To the point, speak to the point, use simple short sentences and structure your answer. Whenever you hear something from someone, definitely your brain starts catching and thinking about it, right? So organize that thought, organize those ideas, structure it and present it. So you have to be very quick in understanding the question, understanding the conversation, understanding the topic, and coming up with ideas, coming up with a sentence probably, and how to speak about it, and then jump into the conversation. That is the best way you can handle any conversation, and keep it short, sweet and simple. Just follow these 2-3 rules. Just follow these 3 rules, guys. You will be able to manage any conversation. Trust me on this. Don't be in a hurry to jump in the conversation. Don't try to speak much, explain much about any single thing. Whatever you know, just talk about it. Okay, so that is how conversational skills are judged by others, right? Or by anyone. So follow these things, follow these points, and you will be able to speak good English for sure. In any situation, with anyone, on any topic, without rambling. So guys, that's it for today. I'll see you in my next session. Until then, keep learning, keep speaking, keep watching, and keep exploring. See you. Bye-bye. Take care.